My name is libertyczarnik.
And I thought it would be fun to do a Q&A session because a lot of people seem to have a lot of questions, so here we go.
When did you start drawing, and what made you do so?
I don't really remember when I started.
As a hobby, I just really liked drawing a lot. I think just watching a lot of cartoons in my youth has helped with that because I see a cartoon and I'm like, oh, I want to draw like that. And then I try to draw like that. I'm like, ooh, I cannot. But like, you work towards it. I guess if you don't consider me as a kid just coloring random images, I started drawing in middle school just for fun, doodles on my homework and all that stuff. And I think what made me do so is my friend group was just a whole bunch of artists, and I was like, oh my gosh, I want to be an artist so bad. So I was like, well, gotta start somewhere. And yeah, I've been doing it ever since. It's a lot of fun. Were you excited to get your braces? Also, do you have any pets? Was I excited to get my braces? A little bit, because there's part of me that's like, oh, this is going to be very painful. I'm not ready for this. But there's also a part of me that was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to get straight teeth and I'm going to smile all the time. And that's what I do. I smile a lot more now because I'm like, oh, I really like my smile, actually. Not that I didn't before, but I don't know. All the hard work that I put into it, not to flex, but I really like my teeth. So I was very excited to like get it over with. But to start it, I was a little nervous. I admittedly watched every single video I could find on YouTube about it, and a lot of people talked about their personal experience with braces, but I didn't see a lot of random tips and tricks about it, so I decided to make a video about it, and a lot of people liked it. I guess, like, I'm excited that other people are very excited about braces because of my video, but, like, you gotta live through it. Might as well make it fun. In terms of pets, I don't have any pets. I did have pets when I was little, but they were just fish. And then they all died. I do have a ton of plants though. If you guys want me to make a video about my plants, let me know because I love them. I haven't named them, but I love them with like every fiber of my being. How long have you been doing YouTube? I've been doing it for about, I started like January or February of 2 years ago. So like a little bit over 2 years. Wow. That's kind of cool. What is the weirdest thing you've done at school? In 6th grade, I lost a mechanical pencil, and it was the first time that I had lost a pencil before, like at school, and I couldn't find it. And so I made wanted posters for them, and I posted them all around the school. I don't think I have any images of them, but I really did that. Never found it. Favorite memes? Also, what does underrated mean to you? I'm gonna leave. Favorite memes. One of my favorite memes is the Cotton Eye Joe meme, just because it's really funny. Just like trying to integrate it into random things. Like it's a family meme now. Sometimes like somebody will just be like, oh, where did you come from? And then we'll start it. It's very funny. My favorite thing about memes is that my siblings, no matter how long I've been gone from home, they always keep up with the same memes. So when I come home, we're like speaking a different language and my parents are like, what the heck are they saying? It's really fun, in my opinion. So, like, my favorite memes are probably memes like that. Underrated. I mean, I'm not sure if this is a rhetorical question, but in my opinion, underrated is, like, the Book of Life. That's a movie that was made in, like, 2015, I think. And that's one of my favorite movies of all time. I think that was the first movie where I was like, yeah, I want to be an animator. Like, this is what I want to do with my life. Because if Jorge Gutierrez can do it, that's the guy who directed The Book of Life, I can do it. I could go on for days about it. It's so underrated. The definition of underrated is that movie. Have you watched any Star Wars movies? And if so, what do you think of them? I've watched episodes 4 through 7, I think, and episode 8. Because that was, I don't remember the names of them. I have seen those ones. I haven't seen like the prequel ones, but I like them. They're good. I mean, personally, when I was little, I didn't grow up with Star Wars or like Harry Potter or anything. People get angry about them. I was like, I can't control my childhood. So I watched them like a couple of years ago, the Star Wars movies. and they're good. I liked them. What are you majoring in? I am currently a mathematics major with film concentration. So I have no idea what I'm going to do with that, but I'm very excited to see where it goes. Are you good at art and can you show some of your pictures? Yeah, sure. I mean, I like to think that I'm like pretty experienced in art. I did find a whole bunch of my old notebooks, so maybe I'll leave them here or not. I don't know. I might edit this out. Popcorn or cheese puffs? I like popcorn way more. I like popcorn way more too, to be honest. I just like popcorn is so versatile. You can have kettle corn, you can have popcorn, caramel corn, cheese corn. But like cheese puffs, they're cheese. I don't know. And popcorn, my family eats popcorn all the time. Oh, I love popcorn. Top 5 favorite YouTubers. As of right now, I've been watching a lot of different YouTubers. One of my favorite animators right now is Amy Right Meow because, I don't know, I really love her art style and her aesthetic and her storytelling, and she's really cool. This is not promoted by her, but like, if you want to go check her out, I'll leave a link in the description. Oh, side note, I also love Let Me Explain Studios. She's awesome, great, amazing. I also love listening to my favorite artists on YouTube and watching their music videos because people put a lot of time into music videos. And one of my favorite bands right now is King's Kaleidoscope. I don't know, man. Their music just like blows my mind. It's so cool. Also, I have a lot of friends who I know personally that are working on YouTube channels, and their content is so cool, and I love and support them so much. Go check them out if you want. Tell them I say hi. Who is your target audience? I'm gonna be honest, I got this question. I was like, who is my target audience? I don't know. I mean, I guess anybody who wants to watch my stuff. I don't really have a target audience, to be honest, but I don't want to swear in my videos because I just find that to be kind of rude for me. Personally, it's okay if you swear, I guess, but I don't really like to. So I guess like any age can watch it. I'm not going to put anything creepy in my videos unless it's like a story where something creepy happened, but if you're watching this, you are part of my target audience. Congrats. If you ever had to remake one of your old videos, which one would it be? If I had to, I would really like to redo one of my music videos, like Double Derive It. I don't know if that's considered a music video or not. Or Minnesota Thing. I think that would be so cool to like professionally record things in a studio and like work super hard on the animation. Not that I didn't work super hard on the animation because Minnesota Thing took me the entire month, but like invest in software, maybe other people helping me out with it. I think that would be so cool. In terms of like non-music videos though, probably my doodles I've made in class video. I would have made that, I know this is annoying, but like cut it up into separate chunks because every time I clean my room, I find one more notebook that's just covered in doodles from class, and I'm like, oh, I guess I drew a lot more that year than I thought I did. Maybe I'll include that in another video. Do you guys want that, or a vegetable or fruit? I'm just gonna take this moment to say I've been having an orange obsession recently. I love oranges, and just the art of peeling them and then eating them is very nice to me. It's also stemmed to peeling and eating grapefruits. I know that feels so wrong, but like, it's nice. It's therapeutic for me. It's something to do that's productive, but not mind. You don't have to think about it. But I love vegetables. Plants in general are good. What is your favorite part of the animation process? I really like recording. Also, I've been trying to storyboard. Well, ever since I started YouTube, I've storyboarded my videos, which just helps in terms of like, it's fun to just doodle out the whole thing as fast as you can, and then you have a set amount of like, this is how many more frames I need to do until I'm done. I'm definitely not completely there in terms of like a fully animated whole thing, but I'm getting there, and I really like the storyboarding process because I get to visualize it and I know exactly what I'm trying to convey without taking 500 years to draw it. It's a prototype. Yeah. Alright. Noob Gamer has like 500 questions. Are you going to VidCon? When did you draw yourself in your current model for the first time? Were there many prototypes? Are your glasses really blue? Did any of your friends see any of your videos? What's your/their opinion on the LazyTown parodies you've made? What ethnicity? What inspired you to do animation on YouTube? Do you have any pets? What pet would you want? Who was your first subscriber? What are your favorite shows/movies? Who's your favorite YouTubers? Can you cook? What's your favorite color? How's college? How did you manage to get Shgurr's voice in your last video? Sorry for so many questions. I hope you don't mind. Noob Gamer, ask me all the questions you want. To go through these, am I going to VidCon? No, I did not buy a ticket. Also, like, with the amount of subscribers I have, I don't know if anybody would be like, oh my god, it's libertyczarnik. But I would love to go to VidCon someday. When did I draw myself in my current model for the first time? So I kind of changed up my model a little bit because I've been growing out my hair. I used to have a straight up pixie cut, but now it's kind of like a little bob. But that one was about a month or two ago. But my past model, that was from the get-go. I started drawing that in January of 2017 in my Latin club. I was just doodling it because I was like, oh my gosh, this would be so fun. And then I went home and made a whole video. Were there any prototypes? Yes. I will insert that here. Are your glasses really blue? Yes. I will insert them here. Did any of your friends see any of your videos? Yes, a lot of my friends watch my videos, actually. It's really funny because, like, when I meet somebody for the first time now, they're like, oh, what do you do for fun? I'm like, I make YouTube videos. They're like, oh, really? Oh, that's kind of cool. How many subscribers do you have? I'm like, over 3,000. They're like, what? And I'm like, yeah. And then they're like, oh, that's so cool. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna subscribe. I'm like, and they're like, oh, I just watched like 3 of your videos. You're so cool. I'm like, yeah. Which ones did you watch though? A lot of my friends are like huge supporters of my channel, and I couldn't be happier about that. It like warms my heart every time I see one of my like friends in real life posting a comment on my video, and I'm like, oh my gosh, wait. What's your or their opinion on the LazyTown parodies you've made? I personally adore my LazyTown parodies. I am a comedic genius. I think in terms of production though, I did not spend a lot of time on them, and I would prefer to spend more time on them if I ever decided to remake them. Yeah. I think they're bops. My friends also think that they're bops. Not a lot of people talk about it though, so that's okay. What ethnicity? I'm white. I'm kind of a mutt though, if you're thinking in terms of like, oh, what background do you have? I'm Czech, I'm Polish, I'm German, I'm Norwegian. I'm a lot of stuff. Honestly, we don't really know. What inspired you to do animation on YouTube? I'm gonna be honest, Jaiden Animations, so cool. She was also like Jorge Gutierrez. He inspired me to like get into animation, but Jaiden Animations was like, she was the tipping point of, oh wait, I could do that now. Oh my gosh. Yeah. She's so cool. Do you have any pets? No. What pet would you want? I really want a cat. I'm gonna be honest, before like 2 months ago, I didn't consider myself a cat person, but then I went and babysat these kids, and they have this cat who is scared of everyone, but one day we were just like hanging out. The cat walked up to me and purred, and I was like, is this what it feels like to be loved? It was great. So yeah, I think I'd really appreciate something like that in my life. Who was your first subscriber? Lily Thomas, one of my best friends. What are your favorite shows and movies? As of right now, my favorite movies are The Book of Life, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and The Book of Kells, because those movies, every time I watch them, I'm like, oh my gosh, animation is so cool. Oh my goodness. In terms of shows, I've been watching a lot of cartoons. I really like The Loud House. Also, my roommate has been forcing me to watch Friends, and I'm gonna be honest, no one told me life was gonna be this way. That is a joke from this show, if you did not know. Can you cook? I can cook a few things. I know how to make kolaczkis, grilled cheese, toast, a mean stir fry, pancakes, if I'm lucky, banana bread, sometimes. I mean, I can cook to survive. I don't know if I can cook to enjoy. I'm okay at it. What's your favorite color? Blue. I love blue. How's college? It's going great. I love college. Life is amazing. I'm currently taking a whole bunch of super fun classes. They're very difficult, but they're very fun. I have friends. What? And yeah, especially with spring happening and the sun being out, I'm like, oh my gosh, This is college is the best thing ever. How did you manage to get Shgurr's voice in your last video? That's a good question. I asked her. I think it's because I submitted a piece of fan art to her, and then she followed me on Twitter, and I was like, whoa, oh my gosh. And then I was just like, hey, I think this would be funny if I did this, and then she was like, okay, and she sent me the audio, and I was like, whoa, again? Okay. Yeah, it was wild. But Shgurr is such a sweet person. Honestly, go check out her stuff. Again, not a promotion done by her, but she's cool. What made you come up with your character? Also, make sure to subscribe to libertyczarnik. I love that. What made me come up with my character? Well, it's basically me. I have a nose and such in person, but it's basically just me. Also, I just really like drawing wavy hair, so that's why my hair is like that. It's kind of wavy in person, but probably not as much as I draw it. I have one from my brother. Would you ever visit the small town of York, South Carolina? He says it looks really cool, especially during the winter and summer. I'm not exactly sure where York, South Carolina is. Well, I know it's in South Carolina, but maybe I will. Who knows? Name a song that best describes you as a person. In retrospect, that isn't much of a question, so, can you? Golly, I have no idea. I don't know if you guys know about Star vs. the Forces of Evil, but there was an episode where the lead singer of Fall Out Boy made a song about Star Butterfly, and it went she's a rebel princess, she's the best, she's a ball of lightning in a hot pink dress, she's a thunderstorm rolling through the night, she's our shooting star, and she's lighting up the sky. I think that describes me pretty well, yeah. I admittedly had that as my ringtone for about a year, until I decided if that goes off in class, people are going to judge me. What is my favorite game/anime/show? Also, your draws are very good. I'm trying to animate. I really like tic-tac-toe. In terms of board games, I really enjoy... I like a lot of different things. I really love Uno when I'm playing it with elementary school kids because I work with them sometimes. I love playing different board games like Betrayal on the House on the Hill. I also like playing video games. I don't really play a lot of video games, but I love watching people play video games, and the most recent one that I watched an entire playthrough of was Detroit Become Human, and that changed my life. And my favorite show... I've been watching a lot of Rapunzel's Tangled Adventure because it's so cute. It's a spin-off from right before the epilogue of the movie Tangled, where basically it's before Rapunzel and Eugene get married at the end. If you haven't seen that movie and I spoiled it for you, I'm sorry. But it's so cute, it's so good, and it just makes my heart so happy. Would you ever come to Washington, D.C., and what bands do you like? Now, this is a good question. I don't know if I'd ever come to Washington, D.C. It sounds cool. If I ever get a chance to, I probably will. And what bands I like a lot of weird bands. I'm going to be honest, the beginning of March was the best time of my life for me because the Jonas Brothers got back together. Other than that though, I've been listening to a lot of Cody Fry, I the Mighty, the entire Spider-Verse soundtrack, King's Kaleidoscope, like I said before. Oh my gosh, I love that band. With Confidence, they're a very edgy band. Oh Wonder, they just have such good vibes. Also, I've been listening to Semi-Charmed Life by Third Eye Blind and Mr. Brightside by The Killers for the past week non-stop. Don't judge me. And finally, what software do you use to illustrate and put together your videos? And on average, how long does it take to make a video? As of right now, I've been using Fire Alpaca, which is a free digital painting software. It's really nice. I like it personally. I know that a lot of people use other things, but it's free, which is why I use it. I've also learned a lot of different tips and tricks about it, so I feel like if I moved to a different drawing software, I'd be flailing around oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm doing. And in terms of putting together my videos, I use Windows Movie Maker still. I've also learned a lot of tips and tricks about it, just on my own, and also from watching people use it. But hopefully, once I get my first check from monetizing my videos, I'm still waiting on it. But when I do, I'm going to invest that money into actual animation software, and when that happens, buckle up, buddy. I don't know what to add at the end of my end card. I didn't even add the
departing words. But thank you guys so much for the fan art and for understanding. I know April 1st, I meant to make a whole video. I was gonna make this one, and then things actually happened. That was not a joke. It was just very convenient timing. But thank you guys so much for the support and love and all the cool fan art. It, like, really helped me get through these past 2 months. And with that, I love you all, and I'll see you in the next video. Pizza out.